What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about two of probably the only two Six Flags parks in the chain in the state of Texas. We're going to be going over Six Flags Over Texas, which is located in Arlington, Texas, and Six Flags Fiesta Texas, which is located in San Antonio, Texas. Right down the road, literally about 2 miles away from Six Flags Over Texas is Hurricane Harbor. Six Flags Fiesta Texas has whitewater bait inside the park itself. We're going to be outlining which park is slated to be the better of the two parks. We're going to underline some of the most common things like operations, food, ride quality, and just the overall environment there at both parks. And then at the end of the video, we'll come down to a winner. The first thing we're going to talk about is environment to both parks. One of the things that really stands out to me, because we went to Fiesta Texas a lot. We went to Over Texas quite a few times. This year, we've only went to Fiesta Texas twice. We went to Over Texas quite a few times this year. We spent most of the year going to Six Flags Over Texas, and there's a reason why. At the beginning of the year, we really didn't want to go to Fiesta Texas because we kind of wanted to wait until the summer because we felt that was really when this park was going to shine. I've been wanting to do a video like this for a while, but we kind of just wanted to give an opportunity to see what would be what and see if Fiesta Texas would actually step up to the plate. Environment. When we walked into Six Flags Fiesta Texas, we waited in line, and as we walk into the gate, they take our tickets, and we see buildings on both sides. You know, nothing out of the ordinary. You've got Goliath right there at the entrance, which I guess would be pretty cool to watch. On the last day that we went, it was really like cloudy and rainy for the first half of that day. You can't really blame that on the park. But there is a photo op like down there by Boomerang where you can take your pictures and all this and that. Six Flags Over Texas, you walk into the gate, and as soon as you walk into the gate, if you're there at the gate when the park opens, like you're waiting for the park to open, at least about a minute or 2 minutes prior to the park opening, there's an announcement that comes over the intercom before anybody gets into the park, welcoming people to coming into the park, thanking them for being there, thanking them for taking time out of their day to come visit the park. They do a little countdowns to kind of like open the gates up to take everyone's ticket and let them in, which I thought was really, really cool. And at the same time, it was really unique. As soon as we walk into the park, there's photographers, at least 3 different photographers right there wanting to take your picture at this big picture frame with different characters at them. You've got like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and freaking whatever, the Porky Pig and Sylvester and Tweety. And I mean, they've got a whole bunch of characters there. They're not all there at the same time, but they kind of rotate them out. But you're able to take pictures with them as soon as you walk in the gate. One of the things also that we noticed that when we walked in is that there was a band playing for the first 20-25 minutes that the park opens. This is a live performance right there on the gate by the Grand Carousel, which we thought was also really unique to the environment as far as walking into the park. How would you feel walking into the park? Does it make you feel welcome? And I have to say that Fiesta Texas, it was kind of bland. It was kind of like a meh, okay, we're here. Okay, let's go ride this. But then going to Six Flags Over Texas, as we were going to the Flash Pass line to get our watches, we were kind of like, all right, this is really cool. You know, they got all this stuff going on as soon as we walk in. And even the official park hasn't even opened yet. Like the parts of the park that have the rides and the roller coasters, they were still testing them. But they had this going on to kind of keep us occupied until they did. So if I had to guess, I would give Six Flags Over Texas a point for environment over Fiesta Texas. The second thing I want to talk about is rides. And this is a really, really big thing for most people, for coaster enthusiasts, for the general public, and for families themselves. I'm going to touch on all 3 different parts. First things are families. Because people have kids, they want to take their kids to Six Flags, so they want to have fun. If you have smaller kids that are toddlers and infants, you really are considering, which is, will I benefit from taking my child here? Is there going to be anything they can do to have fun? And in all honesty, we got really, really aggravated when we were going to Fiesta Texas with Asher. My 1-year-old is almost 2 years old, because he's gone to over Texas many, many times. As soon as we get out of the car, he already knows where he is. And as soon as we walk into the park, he sees a carousel. The first thing he wants to do is what any kid that wants to do. He wants to go to the carousel. So naturally, that's what we do. I get the flash passes. Megan takes him to the carousel, or vice versa. When we go to Fiesta Texas, there's probably about 3 rides that he can actually ride because there's a height requirement. Let me explain. The Batwing at Six Flags Over Texas, which is located in Gotham, is simply an airplane ride where 2 people can sit in there, adult and a child, and the ride goes around and round. You can push a button to make it go up and make it go down. Six Flags Fiesta Texas has the exact same ride, but there's a height requirement of 36 inches or taller. No adult and child can ride. There's a height requirement on a lot of the rides. The teacups, which should have no height requirement, should be at the parent's discretion. Six Flags Fiesta Texas has a height requirement on your teacups. There's a lot of these rides that are children's rides that can be ridden at Six Flags Over Texas that cannot be rode at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Now, let me know in the comments what you guys think about all this. I think it's a bunch of crap, but that's just my opinion, okay? And I would like to know what y'all's opinions are. I feel like if the Six Flags should have the same height requirement throughout the entire chain, not have one height requirement at one park and a different one at another park. Now, I'm not sure if the height requirements are based on the manufacturer of the ride, because if that's the possibility, then that would differentiate why there's different height requirements at each parks. But I don't really think that's really the issue. It was really a big deal for Ash because he was so used to riding the airplanes, and then he was so aggravated and really, really upset that he couldn't ride it. So we kind of got to go find other things. I think for infants that are under 36 inches tall, there's a total of 3 rides there they can ride. You can't ride the drop tower. You can at Six Flags Over Texas. You can't ride the teacups, but you can at Six Flags Over Texas. You can't ride the airplanes, but you can at Six Flags Over Texas. There is a little choo-choo train ride there in the instance of a car at Six Flags Fiesta Texas that he can ride that he did not like because it just went too slow. He could ride the carousel, and I think he could ride the school bus over there outside of Poltergeist in the little fun area by Pirates. There's that little ship, and then the Taz swings over there. Those are the only things that he could really ride in the entirety of the park. And then there was the choo-choo train by Iron Rattler, and then the little Ferris wheel, but he doesn't like either one of those because they go too slow. So as far as children's rides and everything else that goes like that, I'm going to have to give a point to Six Flags Over Texas because Six Flags Fiesta Texas is just being a little bit too stingy with the height requirements on the ride. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Enthusiast and general public rides. These are roller coasters. Six Flags Fiesta Texas is the only park so far that has 2 RMCs. Six Flags Great Adventure just got single rail coaster there, the Jersey Devil. They're talking about the possibility of RMCing El Toro, but as of this point, Six Flags Fiesta Texas is the only park within the chain that has 2 RMCs, Iron Rattler and Wonder Woman. Both amazing rides, both really, really great rides. They have Superman Krypton coaster, one of my favorite B&Ms at the time right now. They have a B&M coaster of their own. They've got Poltergeist, which is really blah. The only thing really cool about that ride is the name, because the launch is really bad, and then the track itself is kind of meandering through about 90% of it. But as far as Six Flags Fiesta Texas go, they have some really, really outstanding roller coasters. They've got some really good flat rides. They've got a new ride coming next year. No one really knows what it is, but we're assuming it'll be the S&S Axis coaster. So ride selection there, Fiesta Texas, with Wonder Woman and Iron Rattler and Superman. 3 of the most popular rides that they have there are really, really great rides. They're really, really good. Six Flags Over Texas, the very first RMC, New Texas Giant. They have Titan, the only hypercoaster in the state of Texas. They have Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast, which is a reverse launch coaster made by Premier. It's a shuttle coaster, way better than Poltergeist. It's about 45-second ride. And it's complete intensity from start to finish. Really great ride. Closed circuit track. One of my favorite rides at the parks. You've got the original Batman coaster. You've got a variety of flat rides. You've got Harley Quinn. You've got Catwoman Whip. You've got the first Six Flags Mine Train there. You've got 2 different log flumes at Six Flags Over Texas. You've got an entire kids sections that have absolutely no height requirements as long as an adult is riding with the child. You've got the bobsled ride, which is really, really bad if you ask me. That's just my opinion. I don't personally like it. If you guys do, please don't hate me in the comments. I just don't like it because I'm bony, man. I go up and come off that seat, man. I feel like I'm breaking my tailbone. They've got the big Larson loop, really cool. We got Runaway Mountain, the inside dark ride. Justice League, which probably has some of the best theming in the entire state of any ride in the state of Texas by far. So it's kind of an in between. It's kind of like, well, Six Flags Over Texas has more rides, so that's going to be better. Not necessarily, because Six Flags Fiesta Texas has better quality rides. Iron Rattler is definitely better than New Texas Giant any day, no matter what, especially with wet track. Iron Rattler is it's better than New Texas Giant easily. Wonder Woman, better than New Texas Giant. Titan's really not. It's a big and it's a hyper coaster, but it's not really intense. It's really, really out there, and it's really big, but it doesn't have the intensity to match with the size. So as far as rides and roller coasters goes, I'm going to have to give a point to Six Flags Fiesta Texas on this, because they have better quality rides, whereas Six Flags Over Texas, it's more spread out, and they have more rides by numbers. All right, and the last thing we're going to talk about is the food. We had some really good experiences with food at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. We had some not so good experiences at Six Flags Over Texas. As an example, we really, really enjoyed the street tacos. Actually, I really enjoyed them. The thing that we really stood out more than anything was the fact that they ran out of taco meat more than once, which can be quite frustrating and quite annoying. I do believe this was the only restaurant in the park that ran out of food. So there is that. But at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, we really didn't run into any problems. There was one day while we were there that I ate like 4 different times. So if the food's bad, you're not going to eat it 4 different times. And I went to the same restaurant 4 different times. So, I mean, if the food was really, really good, but then there was the quality issue at Six Flags Over Texas with the street tacos running out of taco meat, not preparing enough properly. As a business standpoint, I just can't comprehend how you would run out of product, especially on a Saturday when you know you're going to be busy. So, and then there was the other issue with the drinks, where if you wanted a cup of water, you would walk up there and they would make you go wait in line. So you'd have to wait for like 30, 45 minutes to get a glass of water. When at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, if you want a glass of water, you can walk up to the mobile order and say, hey, I want a glass of water, and you'll get one fairly quickly, because they realize it doesn't take but a few seconds to get a glass of water, and then you'll be gone. So that's what they do. So between Six Flags Fiesta Texas and Six Flags Over Texas, when it comes to food quality, I'm going to have to give a point to Six Flags Fiesta Texas. So Six Flags Over Texas has the better environment. They have better rides for small children and children alike. They have a better ride selections for family-friendly rides, and they have better operations than Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Six Flags Fiesta Texas has better food, and they have a better ride quality selection. With that being said, that gives Six Flags Over Texas 3 points. It gives Six Flags Fiesta Texas 2 points. So this goes to say that Six Flags Over Texas is the better park. This is actually something I completely agree with. This is why we're taking another trip to Six Flags Over Texas just in a couple of weeks, and Hurricane Harbor. We'll be there for 3 days, where we would normally want to go to SeaWorld and Fiesta Texas like we did last year. But we're going because we believe and we feel confident that Over Texas is definitely the better park. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think that Fiesta Texas is a better park? If you do, explain to me why. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like content like this, smash the like button. If you want to see more videos, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you get notified when I upload videos. I upload videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.